I greet you all one more time. Welcome to Homo Politicus. You know what we do here, so let's go there. Today, a failed Olympic Games exploit, a sports minister's hollow apology. You know, the historic games of the 33rd Olympiad ended on Sunday, August 11, in Paris, France. Nigeria returned without a medal after a touted 12 billion naira funding. The world may not have waited for medals from our 88 athletes, but was sure expecting a resourceful Olympic outing for our golden hurdler, Toby Amushom. Now, Sports Minister Senator John Owan Eno has tendered a hollow apology for the dismal outing. Nigeria has been featuring at the Olympics since the Games of 1952 at Helsinki in Finland. So in supposed conscientious climes, otherwise saner climes, according to you, the minister should have resigned his appointment. He not only has disappointed Nigerians, but fluffed the chance of making a bold statement. After all, sports has been used to cement nationalistic fervors elsewhere. But are we learning lessons? And would we ever learn any? Let's go there. Let's discuss. Please meet my discussants today. The breezy Cyril Abaku is here. Cyril, welcome.
Thank you, Citizen James.
The unputdownable Emeka Madonagu is here. I greet you.
Pleasure, yes.
And we have new boy Ejiro Emeni joining the gang.
It's a great pleasure to be here, sir.
Okay then. So, gentlemen, the games have come and gone. Ejiro, let me start with you. Were you expecting anything? I'm sure you are familiar with the touted so-called 11th commandment. Blessed are those. Okay, then we expect nothing, for they shall not be disappointed.
Yes, I was expecting a lot during this presentation.
Can you break that down? Break that down.
Like,
A lot from who?
from Amusu, especially.
That's one goal. Go on.
One, I was expecting from 4 by 100 meter boys. I was
Okay.
expecting a lot from them. And I don't just know. 100 meter female, we didn't get anything. We didn't even register her for the
You
race.
mean
It was
Ophili?
very disappointing.
Ophili, yet she got to the final.
She got to the final, but she didn't.
But
get
placed
anything.
sixth. No, go on. I know, I saw the games. Go on.
It was very disappointing.
Mm.
And when she carried sixth in her 200 meter race, people were now insulting her because of see the person that is saying didn't register, see who was going to run for us. It was very disappointing, and I expected more from us.
Okay. Emeka?
Well, I think we disappointed ourselves because all you need to do, if you want to have a quick idea of what went wrong, was just read the minister's, like the prologue said, the minister's follow statements, and then you will see exactly what went wrong. I mean, he admitted somewhere that the time that he was told by the management team at the Ministry of Sports that we had less than a year to prepare. And yet he now
Emeka even talked about AFCON coming in between. As if
he used one funny, like there was something that I don't remember how but he said, you know, this this funny Nigerian can do spirit, as if there is something different, you know, that we can do with unpreparedness better than people who are prepared, you know, and that's one of the problems we have as a nation. We think miracles, you know, can just happen instead of us just to go there prepare. Others are prepared even more than 4 years ago. We just had less than 1 year, and so the question is, why go with 88 athletes? Why devote that amount of money? Why not trim it down? You focus so much on football, but our men didn't do anything. Even the ladies,
they didn't qualify.
Yeah, that's why they didn't even get there. The ladies got there, but they didn't. They put up a bad showing. I won the match with the match where they crashed, I think, with Japan, and it was clear that these girls were just not ready. They didn't go there. Maybe they just went there.
You use the statement I would borrow here. We never prepared.
We never prepared.
Good.
So we just went there to, put ourselves, through a disgraceful outing. It was avoidable when you are not prepared. When the minister came in August 2023. So what you do from my, managerial administrative training is, when you know you are in a state of unpreparedness or, half preparedness, what you do, you lower your expectations. You reduce you reduce those things that you have to pump in so that it will be easy for you to at least put up the show to some extent. And then if there's any problem,
or ask the relevant questions.
Yes.
And
Cyril, yeah.
To think that Nigerians are participating in cycling, rowing, all kinds of sports.
And did you hear a crazy story like you had to borrow a cycle?
So
you thank God you didn't hear that.
No, the minister said it was ordered for before they went to the
alien sports, very alien things.
Yeah.
What I would say is that anybody with a good sense of history of Nigeria's artistic, sporting engagement or endeavor knows that we're very good at combat sports.
Yeah.
Okay. Football, boxing, wrestling. There are, wrestling, I think there are about 2 or 3 different variations.
Yes, at the Olympics level, our Paralympians perform better, if you ask me.
They do. And, for them, it's usually just like a hall. You just go and haul it in.
Yeah.
But that's another matter entirely. Where we are today, that we spent 12 billion naira.
or
9 billion, some say 12, to get nothing. Even the minister's speech, I saw portions of it. Who knows? Maybe they had already prepared it down before this whole thing happened. But clearly, like Daniel Debako wrote, it was a disaster waiting to happen. Now, the disaster has happened. Can we, in all sincerity, even properly probe to check out how that money was particularly spent? Who took what and for what? If we had about 9 billion naira, 84 or 88 athletes in Paris, okay, the question would be how many ministry officials accompanied them? Because Nigeria is a country where you will have 88.
Cyril, my Entebbe mathematics, my poor mathematics will remind me. My poor knowledge of mathematics would remind me that a billion is a million in 1,000 places,
which is quite a sum. So you have that, and then you may find that you had 300 or so, whatever number ministry officials.
Here we go.
Now but the question is administrative lapses. How is it that Nigeria's leading our national champion in 100 meters, which is like the signature category for track events, okay, was not registered?
You mean the Ophili?
Yes, and up until now we're saying heads will roll. It's like saying, what does it take?
No, look at the minister's last sentence. The last sentence in the minister's statement will tell you that no head will roll.
No. So that's where we are now. The whole problem started from the beginning. The Nigerian Olympic Committee ordered its own kits for the team.
It was shown on TV.
Then the Ministry of Sports ordered its own kits for the team. You couldn't have 2 kits for the same.
So I'm wondering why you are quarreling with the figure 9 or 12. So aren't we explaining how we spent it? Ejiro, that you messed with the Ophili girl must be what's the word now? Must be a crazy thing. But that's your Nigeria, my Nigeria, unfolding before you.
Yes. So the Ophili girl, why did he register her? That's would be the problem. Why they did not register her? He have to look for a solution to register her. Because she qualified totally she qualified. She was part of the 100-meter girls. But why didn't they register? That is the problem. Who is in charge? They should not just say heads will rule. They should find solutions to it. So what does
You think heads should roll
actually
and be seen to roll?
So just hold on. Ejiru, I had a funny story which a colleague came to rehearse to me and I dismissed him this morning. He said that the story that they said they didn't want to exhaust her energy. So they wanted her to participate.
You know, gentlemen,
What people that are insulting, they say insulting on social media and saying that you want to run for 100 meters, and those are paid propaganda on social media who are supposed to discredit
Urgent 2K,
Peters and Abdulwadani. They are paid to do these things.
Gentlemen, so now you will agree with me that Nigeria seems like a poorly produced horror film unfolding before you.
What they did, right? The minister then they now separated.
The film is already horror, but you are producing it poorly.
The horrible horror.
They separated they cut them into two. It was like Jim Crow. Then they said those who trained overseas, $5,000. Those who trained locally,
one Lagos
at Ajegule, $1,000. Do you know ab initio?
Yeah.
That there used to be debates back then when Nigeria wants to go for tournament. They'll say NFF would AFN would have all the money, go and look for sponsors. You know, that kind of thing. They'll go. So back then, used to have official beverage of the Super Eagles, official this of the Super Eagles of the. They say, okay, go and look for sponsors. I think there was time Mobile used to sponsor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You go
into that partnership. There are a lot of other. I've talked of Blessing Okagbare. She was. I mean, sorry to use the word, almost wasting away. When First Bank came in and said, no, we think you have the talent.
Bank came to the rescue.
They came to the rescue. They packaged that. They sponsored that training in 2014 or 15. She won the Diamond League in London. Somebody may say Shirley Ann Price didn't run, but it's fine. At least she won something because she didn't cheat. She won.
Oh yeah.
Anybody could remember, but she won
because she was motivated.
She was motivated. She had the training. When Choma Juma was talking about how they trained in their own time, it's like you're talking of heaven, paradise, and the normal world. Do you know that she was talking the other day on a sister station? She said Adrian gave Nigeria her first gold at the Olympic Games in 1996. She went to the Ministry of Sports, and they didn't even know who she was. Are you aware that as I'm speaking now, Senator John Ewayeno, the Minister of Sports, Punch is saying that they hear he's about to influence the election into the various federations.
Are you surprised?
What will he do? Politicians only look for structure, so he look for his boys and ostensibly put them in those places. Then, because you see, places like health, sports, justice, without prejudice to the others, are ministries that you must put in people who are special.
So I know, but it happened before. We had over 33 federations, up to 43 federations before. Boxing, athletics, name them, and they were functional. And so you are asking, so what happened to them?
Because you've put jobbers in those places. You know, even when in Europe you find people who didn't participate as athletes become heads of federations. Go and check that. Is succeeding. Something
because the administrator.
Yes.
Even like Ministry of Health, you don't need a health practitioner. You need somebody who is an administrator. Maybe even with a diploma in public health. Anybody can go and get 9 months.
I remember Abacha's Minister of Health was a French professor.
Yes.
Mamadibike.
Then he also had the water engineer. Okay, he was also a water engineer.
That's it.
But the thing is that we think that because somebody has one big title, professor, doctor, and then that approximates to knowledge. No. In the world we live in today, you must be an administrator.
A knowledge.
It's a knowledge-driven economy we live in.
From my own point of view, most people that are put in these positions, they don't know what they are doing. Or most of them don't know what they are doing. You just put them there, and what's in their head is how to make
Money, that's true.
Ejire, in your Delta state, you could be made a commissioner. You won't quarrel about the portfolio, even if you know you are not capable of executing the office. Abi, it's Nigerian.
Nigerian way.
Okay. Hey, gentlemen,
But he didn't say he will accept it.
No. He's still thinking about it. but let me share 6 names here. Does any of these names ring a bell with you? Yemisi Ogunleye, Sarwa Aid Nasir, Annette Echi Kunwoke, Michael Olise, Samu Omorodion, and Bartholomew Chineyeze. These are Nigerians who won medals at the just concluded games for other countries. Yemisi Ogunleye won gold in the shot put event for Germany. Are you surprised?
Oh, well, those are countries that take things like sports
And open their doors
they
to
take
talents.
things and they make sure they have facilities. One of the facilities we have, DK Chukwuemeke said, on Facebook that there was a time he was going for one competition. They told them they were sleeping on the floor.
Chukwuemeke, the judoka.
Yes, he said they were sleeping on the floor, and then he got to a point. He said, "Look, I can do better with my life than all of this." He just ran away. So when we don't have facilities, then we don't bring in the private sector. You see, I say that there are certain areas that the Nigerian government by now should have just removed its hands
Completely.
and sports is one of them.
And let's just be going auto.
Imagine what vehicle sports is.
Sports is also a solid brand. It's also part of our soft power, with which we can influence a lot of things globally.
But you recall that, Cote d'Ivoire, a former Chelsea footballer, what's his name now?
Didier Drogba.
Settled the civil war in their country.
Even during the Second World War, I don't remember, was it England and Germany, that because of their match, hostilities, ceased for a day.
Put on hold.
And so imagine the Jesse Owens, messed up Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
That should tell you the power of sports.
And 1936.
But we keep looking for, the biggest refinery in the world, the biggest cocoa plantation in Africa, the biggest. All you need to do is just
messing around.
Do the proper things. Then let the world now decide whether you will have the biggest whatever or whatever. All of those things are just deceptive. What the world needs this. The world loves sports. The world loves arts. The world loves entertainment. So all of these things are things with which you can actually bring in so much into the economy, create jobs, but put them in the hands of the private sector. Look at petroleum. Just pardon me to that. Look at petroleum. We know that, for instance, you have to book ahead for you to get oil delivery. But in the period, something might happen and the price of a barrel of crude will go up. So you will now need more money to process that purchase. But that is why I say government cannot continue to participate in the petroleum industry. It's the same thing with sports. You cannot, because if an athlete, let's say a wrestler, has to eat a lot of meat, potatoes and all that, you will look at it, how will you justify, how do you raise the voucher in government? Somebody will not
whatever you have raised, will it be enough?
Yeah, but the private sector sponsor will look at it that yes, even if this wrestler eats a goat in a week or 2 weeks, but I know the expectation is that this is an investment, and so we are going to get
if he eats the goat and performs poorly, you will be told the goat came from the wrong place.
No, he won't perform poorly because one, we have invested money not only in his food, in his trainers, in the facilities.
It's an entire
lot of things. There's a lot. So
you are paying a lot for her.
Yeah, so your expectation will be met. Look at mobile track and field. It was we saw the result. So it was not about whether we were hoping, you know, for the moon on a platter.
Emeka, gentlemen, do you remember our Afuze?
Oh,
To perform, to fill a void, and he did.
are you sure they not turned it into a cassava farm or something?
Are you asking me?
Yemisi Ogunleye is from Ekiti State.
Oh yeah, Yemisi Ogunleye.
And
No, mine is, she's Nigerian, probably Nigerian.
There's point I'm coming at. It was such a joy seeing her post success interview. She sang in Yoruba.
I saw the clip. Yeah.
She was saying proudly Nigerian. One of the girls on that list that you mentioned, Annette Echi Kuoke.
Mm.
You know, she had come to Nigeria to represent.
Yes, but Tokyo Olympics. Tokyo, yes.
2020.
Then she saw the way things were going.
No, they didn't prepare her for the doping test.
So she took her bag and ran. Now in America, she has been medal.
She won silver for America.
So how
about the Igbo lady, the Nigerian lady that changed her name to Sadia or something?
Nasser. Salwa Eid Nasser.
Yeah.
For Bahrain.
Yeah. That's for Bahrain, yes.
The second one.
Salwa Eid Nasser.
That one for me. I mean, I can imagine the kind of contract, juicy contract, that will make her dump her native name.
No.
You know, her Nigerian name, you know, for that.
You see, but the
sorry, Bartholomew Chine Nyeze won gold for France in the men's volleyball. And not to talk about Victoria Ohurogu, who we see.
whose elder sister
Christine
had made a mark for England for Team Britain. See the point I want to make. You will never hear the voices of Nigerian scientists or engineers, for example, because that's a totally dead industry. But you will hear the voice of those in the arts, music,
performing
arts, yes. Nollywood,
creative
sports.
and so
The creative is because the creative industry is our natural forte. So somehow there is this penchant, desire to just express it. So you see, when Nigeria is not able to take care of them, what do? The Nigerians are like orphans who just look for a platform to show what they have. That's how it seems, because no country should sit back and have such a long list of people winning for that country, and they're not even ashamed about it.
Well,
you know,
and Ohurogu proudly displayed her 4x400 meter relay medal for Britain.
Now,
she totally natural.
Now, before Ohurogu and Ejikuwoke and the other and the rest of them, there were certain Francis Obikwelu and Gloria Lozier, who just knew that they couldn't take it anymore. Yes, they couldn't. Yes. When they couldn't take it anymore, they just knew that it was time to pack the bag and go. Obikwelu, this is even not about the tournament. Obikwelu, when he had I think it was a knee fracture also. The Athletics Federation told him that he was lying about his injury. I think
they disowned him, just like as they did to Gloria Alozie.
How will you tell someone he's lying about something
that is
when they should have called him? How did Daniel Amokachi retire? He was same age with Roberto Carlos. Carlos played into his 30s. Amokachi retired early because when he said he had an injury, you know, it's like that. When you have an injury, it's like you've come to the end of your own road. So Obikwelu said he had to go to Canada to treat himself. From Canada, he said, you know what? Is it worth going back to that?
Hold on. May I drop this now? We hosted the soccer world at the junior level in 1999. And you recall that Mikel Obi came second after Messi. Don't you remember?
2005 in Holland on the 20 World Cup, right?
No. The one we hosted here, is it 19 or whatever? 2009. Yeah, please. I know. So I'm saying today Messi is still making waves, but our own Mikel is a retiree, so no problem. Because I'm sure Ejiro knows that his country will lie about the day. When you see it is bright, you are saying no, because you can't understand why you will lie about age when the MRS will will catch you out. Ejiro, we are going home now. So tell us, our business is also to mold opinion. What do you think is the way out of this morass, considering that the next games will be taking place in the United States of America, Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what do we do now if we are going to attend?
Well, for me, if we are going to attend and if we want to be prepared for the next competition that are coming up, we have to put someone that knows what he's doing, not
Where?
In
charge of sports?
In charge of sports or in charge of other places too.
I hope you are not asking for the son, because or do you see the Minister of Sports resigning or being removed?
Since they not fire
My own point of view,
yes,
he doesn't really know how will you come out and publicly say you were not prepared? What type of sentence?
And you allow people to go for the competitions who are not prepared.
Okay, you're not prepared. Try registering your players or your people.
you could not also do it.
You could not also do that.
Yeah.
12 billion on what? The jersey, the kits and everything they made, you have two different. You said the official one is made by Black, while the other one is made by Peak. Why do you need Peak to make another?
Sorry. I hope you are not heading for the courts. Emeka, what should we do? The next games are
what we should do. You see, is a challenge I will throw to our universities. Because you see many Nigerians japa, for me to use that word, because they are offered scholarships for sports. That's how I think was innocent communicate some of them. Moved. They were able to relocate.
Even this guy, this Yoruba basketballer, what's his name?
Akim
went on scholarship.
So because you see, and more of our young Nigerians are actually moving silently, quietly on those scholarships. They are moving on those scholarships abroad. So it's a challenge to our universities. The vice chancellors and provosts and rectors should not be preoccupied with contracts, awarding contracts and others.
Yeah.
They should look for sporting talents among
because they are bound.
Students. Yes.
Essentially, no guy was supposed to bring that to the fore.
Yeah. Then you look at Nigerian University Games. How well have we done? Have we used that to raise talents? The National Sports Festival, Sports Festival. How well have we used to raise talents? Then again, you have youth centers. You know that if there's a youth center somewhere not far from here, in Owodo State. The day I went there, I felt so bad. I went round, they used it to cultivate cassava. There are 2 generators that are just dead. Everything well built with structures and everything, but youth center, but it has been totally abandoned.
You have touched on a sore point for me. Generator at the National Stadium in Surulere. A former minister of sports stole a generator. My maternal uncle went to jail for it. And the man later died, pleading his innocence.
So you can imagine that.
It can only happen here.
You can imagine. So, sadly enough, look at what happened to you. But that is the story of Nigerian public administration. The day I visited that youth center, honestly, I was close to tears. Because I said, what? What is this? You just see a very big area, that you can use for
somebody is being paid for
sport. They just have a security man. Just one security man. But you'll be surprised that there is a board.
That's what I'm saying now.
There are administrators. Somebody is appointed to take care of that place. And so many of such all over the country.
Yeah.
And then when we should not leave the task only to the Ministry of Sports or the National Nigerian Olympic.
But even they can only do so far as they can, if you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Others, they collective effort.
Yes, are they collecting the money?
No, but universities receive tertiary institutions they receive subventions. They get subventions from government. They have a current generator.
Yeah, but sports may never be their priority because
every well, it is not their priority. But we have a National Sports Institute.
Good.
National Institute of Sports.
Yeah.
Even the universities, when you are graduating from a tertiary institution, your certificate says that you have been found worthy in character and learning. So sports helps to mold character. What are the tertiary institutions doing?
Finally, Cyril, got something in that box.
Of course, the captain of the Japanese male team was a certain Chima Fujika. Chima. He wasn't just a player, he was captain. Chima.
Are you claiming him?
It's really painful, but what we need to do is to tell ourselves that we've not done well.
Yeah.
Some countries have
and admit that we have not done well.
And then, frankly, I think that some persons, if you know you're not able to do this thing, why don't you just step away for those who can? We are a long ways from where we ought to be. If do you know that even recovering, because if you don't punish bad behavior, recovering from the mess of this time will not be easy in Los Angeles. Did you hope to go and steal medals or what? Or you're hoping to compete?
But I think
Uzbekistan had about 8 people and they won 5 gold in five how many gold in boxing alone. So
which used to be a strong forte for us.
I'm wondering.
I remember the Obisi and Wampas of this world, Ande, and many others.
Duncan Dokwara and the rest of them. So then go back to the sports where we've had a track record of success, which are natural or which are even indigenous to us. Let's focus on those and then prepare thoroughly for the next 4 years. Like they said, if you need to send people to Jamaica or to America or anywhere to train, let them go and train. If you need, then get people. See, the sports people should hands off a bit and allow people in the private sector to come in so that they can see some control of the process to those who are looking for people that can do it on merit. If we did that, I think we'll succeed. But if they are waiting for money to come from the presidency with the budget and start planning and whatever again, I won't be surprised if before the end of the year, some people say that they're going to start representing Holland or Spain or somewhere else because it will be such a great shame.
Yeah, but
I think, sorry, we should just also have a word for Rema Wokoma. Wakama, who was described as the best coach. I mean, that's gladly the heart of so many people.
You know, but does not bring a medal home. Go on.
Well, we hope that Rema in the next 4 years will add a medal to that.
Would she be allowed to stay on the job? You have to tackle that.
That's part of the thing.
She keeps doing well because she's the first.
Doing well in whose estimation?
See, we are winning tournaments. She should keep winning tournaments. Our athletes should also
to winning Australia and Canada, who are powers in basketball.
Yeah, she should keep up that winning streak. She should.
But that the winning streak, I'm not sure there's any evidence really pointing to the fact that whatever that they helped her to win. Yeah, I think the reality is that she didn't even. Rena is American born, American trained, Nigerian.
Okay.
Partly so from Okreka in Rivers State. Okay. So
you are claiming her.
What happened now?
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know our siblings. So
okay.
So success has a lot of parents. But of course, I will claim her any day. Now the point is this, okay? Increase her motivation a bit because I'm very sure that fit she turned that in. That's genius. The people, Western nations are also watching and saying, can't we also bring her to come and coach our team? Say, isn't she in the wrong place? Let them ask her, Rena, what do you need to win the next FIBA World Cup for women? What do you need? And give everything she needs. So that at least we can.
Let me end on this note. May not be agreeable with you, but in soccer or football, we used to be a powerhouse in Africa. Remember this same Olympics. In 1996, we opened the floodgate.
Yes, we
Ghana
did.
followed us.
Yes.
By winning. And so, where did we drop the ball?
No,
we dropped the ball
maladministration.
Maladministration.
And then nepotism. I must put my brother. I must put my sister.
Whether it's Sabi or not Sabi.
Do you know, Citizen Jones, you have ministry administrators fighting for stardom with the players and athletes. Where is that done?
Nigeria.
In Jamaica, you may not even know the name of the minister of sport, but you know Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, you know, and co.
Yes.
Shelley Ann Fraser Price. But in Nigeria, you have
Do you know the minister of sports in Britain? You don't.
Never. I don't think.
Do you know that of Nigeria?
I don't.
John Owaneno, a senator.
We don't even ever use past sportsmen for that place. You know, it's political people that want to pay back for some election supporters. It shouldn't be. You use somebody who is in the sporting world.
But remember we had a sports minister in the Air Force officer who died, who got shot.
Yes.
No, not Omera. The man Anthony Kazobo, if you remember.
Yes, Kazobo.
He made a giant strike.
Yeah.
No, because he was passionate about it.
Yeah. So we must go, but let's thank Cyril Abaku for your time.
A pleasure.
Cyril, we share your we share your mood.
My joy.
Family joy. And Angelo, welcome to the club.
Yes.
You are the youngest here, but this is Nigeria, our Nigeria. All right, folks, let the debate continue. But I tell you, if you don't struggle in a world, in this 21st century world, you won't get anywhere. Stand up and be counted. They say footprints on the sands of time are never made sitting down. It's time for us to get up. I'm out of here. We'll see you the next time. Bye-bye now. Take care.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.